few questions about college basketball.
Jay,
let's start by talking about the games from last night. Kentucky able to take down LSU on the road. Just how good is Kentucky this year?
I think Kentucky has a legitimate chance to win a national championship. Now, look, they have a couple of bad losses that will be stains on their resume. Utah, Evansville, but a win at LSU was a big win for this team. Their guards are playing exceptionally well. Ashton Higgins, Emmanuel Quickly, and Tyrese Maxey.
All right, we're used to talking about Kentucky. We don't usually talk that much about Dayton, but they're great. They won their 15th straight last night. Are they a legit threat in March?
They are. A lot of legit threats in March. Obi Toppin is a name that everybody needs to become more familiarized with. This kid is going to be a top 5 NBA pick in the draft. His roommate, Jalen Crutcher, was a guy that left Memphis, came here, overlooked, now turning into a star as well for Anthony Grant's team.
And Baylor is the #1 team in the country. They're 24-1. They beat Oklahoma. Is this the best team in America?
Baylor is. The way they defend, the way they get after you defensively and offensively. And we got to start talking about Scott Drew's name in the Hall of Fame for college basketball. What he's been able to do over the 17 years at this program have been phenomenal.
All right, so this is the top 5 teams in America. And I wanted to put this up there to just show you what a strange season it has been. Baylor had been ranked #1 for just a single week in their history. They've now been there 5 straight weeks. Dayton is ranked in the top 5 for the first time since 1956. These are not the usual suspects in college basketball. And so the question that I have in what feels like a down year in overall national interest for the sport, is this just a blip? Is this a hangover from what was the extraordinary attention that Zion got last year and all of that? Or is this a new normal in college basketball with players going overseas and an increasing G League and questions about paying guys? Is this what college basketball is turning into?
It's trending towards the latter, Greeny, with the optionality of all the different routes that people could take to become a pro. And here's the thing, if you're a Zion Williamson or if you're a kid in high school right now, you have 1.5 million people that follow you on IG, and you're essentially a star. And you see the optionality of, do I want to go overseas and make money? Do I want to go to the G League that the NBA is investing more in? Or do I want to get the visibility of college basketball? You can still do that, but the optionality is making it more intriguing. And you are seeing a lot of teams that are older, the teams that are in these top 5 categories that are having a better chance of winning it all.
I mean, it really does make one wonder if this is, well, you could look at it 2 ways. One way you could look at it is this is devastating for college basketball because the overall attention in it, I think, would be greatly diminished. Or you can say this is actually what they seem to want to be in the first place. They are doing everything they can to push away the people who have some ability to be stars on their own. So this is sort of the logical next step from that.
Name, image, and likeness is going to be a huge thing as all these different states go through the process. And also, Greeny, like, think about this. When there's such an array of content out there, there's so many things to watch when you're at home. What do you like watching? You like watching star power.
Sure.
I want to see star power. So if that was Zion last year, if that was Trae Young last year, the NCAA needs to find a way to keep the top collegiate players in college for even a year because it increases and spikes the ratings. Look how much we're talking about college basketball this year, not as much as we have the last 2 years.
I can't remember the last time that we talked less about college basketball during the season than we have. I believe that when we get to March Madness,
of course,
people will pay attention to that, right? They'll still fill out their bracket sheet and then still be into it. But I think that this is the day of reckoning has come for college basketball as we have long known it. I'd like to see which direction they decide to go.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.